Hey, good morning, and thanks for waking up with me. So I'm doing this video a little unscheduled this morning because I just heard an advertisement on the radio that I just couldn't let go, and I wanted to share it with you. So it was an advertisement for beawhistleblower.org, and I found the concept of the ad a bit interesting. It specifically targeted PPP program abuse, and what it was doing was encouraging employees, if they felt that their employer was abusing the PPP program, to turn them in and to blow the whistle on them. And that's an interesting concept. So let me start with one. I do believe that there's definitely the potential for abuse of the system. Absolutely. In fact, I thought that immediately when I first found out about the program, that I could see where a lot of people would take unfair advantage of that. But at the same time, as you learn more about it, you understand the intent of the program, and that's really what it's all about. And the fact that somebody would blow the whistle on their employer because they got into a program that makes sure that they get a paycheck when they otherwise probably wouldn't get a paycheck. Excuse me. I'm driving through a field here, so a bit of extra pollen here in the air. But I don't know how I feel about this yet, and so I thought I'd put it out there for you to consider. So the advertisement wants you to turn in your employer for trying to keep you with a paycheck. And it just seems a bit counterintuitive to make a call out for that. And no doubt there will be people coming in and reporting their suspicions that they think their employer is taking unfair advantage of it. And by the way, let me repeat, I do think that there's some abuses out there. I do think that is the case. But the Treasury Department and IRS just reported a list of companies that had received over $100,000 of the funding, so that so the various media outlets and the public can take a look and be aware of who's been applying for this for the program. So I think there's some disclosure there available to us already to help protect some of the abuses. Not all of it, obviously, but at least that's a step in the right way. But to be honest with you, it just makes me feel like it smells of a different agenda. Like, for example, is this some process for people, for an organization to try and grab information to condemn the PPP program as a big mistake, as just this, corrupt, error-ridden process? And if it is, then I want to know, and I want that disclosed. But the fact that you go through some nationally advertised, I believe, let's see, yeah, I was actually listening to CNN at the time that this ad came out. So at the time this ad came out, I wonder about the basis of this advertisement. And does it have some sort of far-reaching, extreme agenda? And I mean that as to far right or far left. If you know me, or if you listen to me much, you'll know that I feel that I'm more of a centrist. I think there's value on both sides. Sadly, I think some of the loudest voices in each party are the ones that are at the farthest reaches, and they do serve a purpose. I think, unfortunately, among the purposes that they serve is for the opposition to point a finger to about how crazy somebody else's ideas are, and that's the downside of the extremists. Our society runs through pendulum swings, quite literally, and for the pendulum to keep its momentum and keep swinging so widely, you need that far-reaching grab to try and pull it out to as far to the left or far to the right as as can happen to keep it swinging. But what happens to all of this in the middle is that it just keeps swinging right past us. And sometimes so fast that we don't even realize that it's going by. And that's unfortunate, because I think the majority of the country lives here in the middle. But I'm blending two subjects here, I realize, because it's got me thinking, and I'm still analyzing what I feel about the ad in the first place. But that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about it. Think about the aspect of, there is now a national ad and an organization that's been formed looking specifically for whistleblowers on the pretense, at least with this ad, that is for the PPP program. Perhaps they have other agenda. I've not looked it up. I just heard this on the radio, so maybe they're a very valid group. But it specifically talked about reward. It specifically talked about, some incentives for you to call in, and that the first callers reporting an incident are the ones most likely to be compensated. And that makes me wonder also. So, let's not turn in legitimate concerns for what whistleblowers should be about and make this some sort of game show, lottery event of getting reward to rat out somebody, whether it's true or not, and giving some organization statistics that they can quote to try and press their agenda, which may not be your agenda at all. It may not be your agenda at all. Keep that in mind. You don't know where the information might actually end up, what it might actually take it to. It could be exactly the opposite of what you believe. So give that some thought. Maybe I'm being a little paranoid today. That's very possible. The whole COVID coronavirus thing has got me a bit paranoid in general. I don't like how our government can't seem to make up its mind that we have way too many stories of the same thing, and stark contrast just within the administration alone, let alone between the political parties and so many quote-unquote experts. So I'm feeling a bit pessimistic overall. But this one, the advertisement on a national radio station, I listen to XM radio, an advertisement on a national radio station asking for whistleblowers for the PPP program, a program that was designed supposedly to help and benefit, the people who need money, who are really struggling to get by, the people who live check to check, which is most of America, and probably you. Anyway, that's my thought. I'll get this posted up for you. You guys have a good day. If you like what I'm saying, if you like that I'm hopefully trying to get you to think a little bit, hopefully you hit that subscribe button and tune in to me from time to time and let's share some thoughts. I'll talk to you soon.